Alright, today we're going over everything from my collection that I've decided to sell and just get rid of, trying to clean up space, going through some really fun financial issues thanks to my stupid car. So there's that, just more motivation to kind of clean up, get rid of stuff. There's no reason to have a lot of this stuff because I'm never going to play it anyway. It was mainly just shelf collecting and I'm trying not to do that anymore. So we are going to be going over at least 100 games. I didn't count. There's probably close to 200 maybe. I don't know. But it's going to be a while. Just grab some coffee, popcorn, whatever you want, and strap in because, yeah, we're going to be here a bit. And looks like I got a little helper for now if he doesn't get spooked and run away. Now, let's start. I think I'll start with this, everything in this bin here. Let's go with some Switch games. So, I'm getting rid of this 88 Heroes, 98 Heroes edition because it just doesn't really click with me. It's a pretty fun game, fun idea anyway, but I don't know, it's not for me. You basically just, it's kind of like a roguelike in ways. It's a platformer where you play as, 88 different heroes, or possibly 98 because I think they added some extras in this version. It's a really cool idea. It's just they all play differently, which is also cool, and it's just hard to get behind. So I don't know. It's not clicking with me, so I think I will be selling this one. It's not worth much or anything, but it is what it is. No reason to have stuff I don't really want to play. I don't know where to put this stuff once I'm done with it. I have no room. Did not think this through. Alright. Up next, we have Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is a really weird rhythm-ish game. I don't know. It's so not for me. I tried, but yeah, it's not clicking. And then we have Gree, or Gris, if you don't know how to pronounce stuff correctly. But this one's beautiful. It's just a very basic 2D platformer with an incredible aesthetic. It's just boring. Like, there's nothing going on. It's just to look at the visuals and that's it. And it only lasts like 3 or 4 hours. I'm done with that. That was so boring. Ugh. And then here's Ukulele. I love the idea of this game. However, now that they've released the Ukulele Replayly edition or whatever, it basically is an entire remake of this game, fixing every issue they had. Like, it adds a map, it adds all kinds of stuff that wasn't in this one that made it so frustrating. So I'm just going to get the Replayly edition because it's more readily available. It's not sold by limited run as far as I know, and this one was. So there's no reason to keep this. I might as well get a little money for it. Then we have Omega Bot. This is a terrible Mega Man wannabe, which I actually enjoyed most of it, but once you get to the final boss, it's damn near impossible, on top of the fact that there's absolutely no way to start a new file, to open a new file, to do anything like that. You are stuck with the file that you opened, and I'm stuck at the boss. And I think the only way to start a new file and maybe have fun with the rest of the game again would be to delete the entire thing from my Switch, delete the save file and all that, and just start fresh, which you should not have to do. This is just so frustrating and stupid. I did not like that game. I tried to enjoy it up until that boss, and then I was just like, yeah, this is not, no. But then we have Battletoads Double Dragon. I have 2 of these, so I might as well get rid of them. I just ended up buying way too much stuff over the past 5 years. Got a lot of stuff on sale, a lot of stuff in lots. There's just no reason to have this. It's still sealed. I'm trying to get it to someone that would play it. So yeah. Because I already opened up mine, which is right behind me somewhere. Okay, then we have a couple PS4 games here. We have 8-Bit Hordes and Invaders. These are some really interesting RTS games with a really cute aesthetic. It's just, I don't have time for them right now. I'm not really in the mood for that type of stuff. And if I ever am, I can get these again pretty cheap. I just need to make room in my collection. The cases are not in perfect shape. They have sticker residue. I'm not a fan of that. So, might as well get rid of them. But I may try them again one day because they are kind of more fun than I was expecting. I just don't need them right now. Then we have a couple Vita games. Let's go with Demon Gaze. This is a really fun first-person dungeon crawler. However, I got the Switch version, which is unfortunately only the first game. So I'm gonna sell this one because I don't need it anymore. I can play it on Switch, and it has quality of life features on there. So yeah. And then we have Trigger Happy Havoc Danganronpa. This one is an incredible visual novel. However, I have it on PS4 in the trilogy now, so there is no reason to have this, even though it's an incredible visual novel, which is a horror story. It's so good. And then let's get into some retro stuff real quick. You know, Taco Steak. Okay, let's go with GBA stuff first. Alright, so I have Mega Man Battle Network 3, the white version. I don't need this. I have the collection on Switch. I need money instead, so we'll get rid of that, even though I love Mega Man more than anything. And then we have Scooby-Doo Unmasked. Just another licensed game. I can always get a better copy of it in the future. I do want it, just not right now. I kind of miss going out and shopping for games anyway, and hunting. It was always fun, so I'd rather get back to that. And here's Mega Man Battle Network 6. So, get rid of that guy. Got some Naruto and Ninja Council 2. Another game I would like to own, but not right now. And then we've got Medal of Honor Infiltrator, I think. It's a really cool game. It's just, like I said, I don't need them right now. I'm not going to play them anytime soon. I'd rather get rid of them now and then just rebuy them later when when I get my car situation and other stuff fixed. Because money is more important right now, and I kind of been wanting to get rid of a lot of stuff anyway, so here we go. We got Mega Man 5 now, Battle Network 5. So yeah, getting rid of all the Mega Mans because I have them on Switch. Then we've got Dr. Mario, another easy one to replace. That was one of my main things about these, like, anything that's easy to replace and easy to come by, for the most part, is what I'm getting rid of. Or just stuff I don't want. Like, here's Digimon Battle Spirit. Just a weird fighting Digimon game. Cool to have, but I don't need it right now. And then we have Donkey Kong Country. I have a ton of ways to play this game. There's no point in having the GBA version right now. I can play it on my Super Nintendo Mini. And then we have a more rare one, more valuable, Metroid Zero Mission. Really fun game, but I'll get to it later. Okay, then we heard a Japanese Kirby game, Mario Golf, which I'll probably get again one day because I hear it's a pretty fun RPG golf game, but I also realized I don't really like golf. Here's Super Mario Deluxe. And then we have Zelda Link's Awakening. See, I'm getting rid of some good titles here, but they're all easy to replace for the most part. Here is Operation C. And then we've got Kirby's Pinball, Duke Nukem, which I think I can get a better version. Well, most of the Duke Nukem is on Evercade. Then we have this little Japanese game. Another weird Japanese game I don't know anything about. And Scooby-Doo Unmasked, I think. Or Classic Creepers, whatever. And then we have a Battle Unit Zeoth. Then there is another Japanese game I can't pronounce. Yoshi's Cookie. And then we have Japanese Yoshi's Cookie? Or different Yoshi game? I don't know. But yeah, that is all of my Game Boy stuff for now. And then let's hop on to where this is. So we're getting rid of the Super Game Boy for SNES, because I have other ways of doing that now. We're getting rid of Paladin's Quest, which is a really basic RPG, if I remember correctly. We got this Game Shark I'm getting rid of, because I just don't have a reason to have it. Getting rid of Star Fox 64, I can always get it again. I've beaten it a million times, there's no point in having it right now. F-Zero X, another easy one to replace, just I don't need it now, and yeah. Here's Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. I am not happy I'm getting rid of this one, but I need the money more, and it's just meh. I can play it other ways. No. Okay, I was thinking maybe it's fake, but no. I remember taking this thing apart and looking at it, and it was legit. It's just the sticker on the back there looked too good. But it does have the punch code, so it's okay. Now, here is Aiden Chronicles, the First Mage. One of the very few RPGs on the console. I have other ways of playing it, though. And then we got Super Mario 64. Don't need to say anything about that. I can play it on the Switch. Banjo-Kazooie. I have the rare replay. And Turok Seas of Evil. I'll get those in another form because they're on modern consoles. Turok Rage Wars doesn't really matter. It's, yeah, whatever. Mario Golf, I tried playing this the other day. It wasn't clicking with me, and it wasn't feeling very RPG-ish, so I don't want it. Maybe later. Now, here's the other Castlevania game. Much cheaper, less sought after, not as good, but getting rid of it anyway. Alright, then we got some Sega Genesis stuff and a PSP game, apparently. Alright, we got the Third Birthday. So the third game in the Parasite Eve series, which everyone says this one's terrible. Got it for a good deal. Don't really want to play it anymore, but maybe I'll get it again one day. I just need the money right now. Then we have Miss Pac-Man for Genesis. Really no reason to have this. There's a million ways to play it. It also isn't in the best shape, so I just don't want it in my collection. I'm trying to only own stuff that is like near mint from this point forward. Then we have Street Fighter, so the Special Champion Edition. Artwork's not in good shape, missing manual, no reason to have it. And then we have the Magic of Shahrazad, which is a really cool Zelda-ish game. But look at that label, that is disgusting. I could get a better copy of this for like 30 bucks or less. I just don't want it to look so bad in my collection. I want everything I own to look beautiful. Otherwise, I don't want it. Now we got some Super Famicom ones. We got Little Master, Yaiba, got The Last Bible, which I also have the manual for. I would love to keep that one because it is an RPG, but not right now. Here's Rama 1/2. And then we have something I can't pronounce from Namcot. We got one of the Goemon games on SNES. And then something I can't pronounce, and it has kanji, so I can't read it. Yeah, okay, there's that one. And then we have Zardion. And another one with pure kanji that I can't read. Cool. But it's a sequel of that other game that I can't read. There we go. Or at least it looks like it. Alright, now we have some Super Nintendo games, starting with Kirby's Dream Course. Very fun game, but I can play on the Super Nintendo Mini, so I don't need it right now. Then we've got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game on Super Nintendo. Just, yeah, no point in having it right now. I look forward to recollecting stuff in the future. But money and space is more important right now. Here's Mystic Quest. And here is the First Samurai. Then we've got a pretty interesting RPG that I didn't even know I had, but I guess we're getting rid of it in Nindo. something. I can't read the other part. Way of the Ninja, I think. But yeah, it's apparently an RPG. I just haven't done much digging into it, and it's also missing the sticker on the back, so it's not in perfect shape. But we might check it out in the future, see if I want to buy it again. Now, here is Arcana, another RPG. This one's a dungeon crawler, I think, if I remember right. Which I enjoy those, just the more retro ones are so much harder to get into. I like modern quality of life features. Here's Secret of Mana. I did not like the remake of this, but I will play the original one day on Super Nintendo, just not this version, because I have it on the Mini. And then we have Batman Returns, another licensed game. I've heard good things about the Batman games, though. Here's Wizardry 6, another dungeon crawler RPG type thing. And then we've got Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics, which I am going to get that on Evercade instead. Here is East 3, Wonders from East. Another great game. I just don't need it right now. I can play it in other ways I already have. Here's Superman, Death Return Superman, whatever. And here's a little cleaning cartridge. Here's Super Metroid. Then we got Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Getting through these faster than I thought. Alright, let's go on with my two little Game Boys here. We're getting rid of the purple and green one. Just because why do I have these? I mean, they're cool to have, but like, I'd rather have money. It's just, it is what it is. I'd rather someone actually play them. Now, out of the way, we are also getting rid of a couple boxed Japanese games. I've got Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. Very nice and boxed. I love it, but just don't need it. I'm trying to be more reasonable about what I own. And here's Tamagotchi, which actually I gotta show you all this cartridge. It looks so funny. Look at that. You ever see a Game Boy game like that? That's so weird, but so interesting. Like it. And then we got the manual that I obviously can't read, but yeah. And let's do some DS games because I have a lot loose. So we're getting rid of Zelda Phantom Hour, Spirit Tracks, whatever. They're all the same to me. On the DS, they were not that great. And then we're getting rid of Dragon Quest 7 because we're getting reimagining soon, and I'd rather have that on modern. I'm getting rid of that guy. I'm getting rid of this guy. This is Fossil Champions. Fossil Fighter Champions, whatever. And then we're getting rid of some more of these. I'm just trying to think. Dragon Ball Fighters for sure. And then, what's in here? I don't think I'm getting rid of these. No, that's Dragon Quest Monsters 1 and 2 and Golden Sun. I'm keeping that for now. Maybe later I'll get rid of it. I'll probably get rid of this one. I need to play it first. It's Conception 2. I want to see if it clicks with me at all. Keeping that. Getting rid of this guy, Persona Q. Because if I want to own that again in the future, I'd rather have it complete. Same with a lot of these. Like I played Dragon Quest 6 already, which is here, so I might get rid of this. I just really hope they announce a new version of it. And here's Castlevania. I'll get rid of that too, because I'm gonna get the versions on Switch. Then we're getting rid of Tales of the Abyss. I already beat it. I'd rather have it complete. They're probably gonna make a remake anyway, so why have it? And then we're getting rid of so many of these I'm keeping, unfortunately. For now, I'm still on the fence about a lot of my DS stuff. But so many of the loose ones I just don't need because I'd rather have cases. I think I'm keeping all these others for now. That's unfortunate. Alright. Now, let's get some Evercade stuff out of the way because I just have a lot of duplicates I got really cheap on a great deal. Here's Indie Heroes 3. We're selling that one because I already have my own copy of it. Same thing with all these. Like, I already have my own copies of all of these, so we're getting rid of the extras. Which here's Legacy of Kain double pack of those two games. They're a lot of fun. Good RPGs. Got that again. And again. And then we have Life on Mars and Metal Dragon. Metal Dragon is so fun. It's top-down run and gun with a lot of Metal Gear reference. Well, it makes fun of Metal Gear a lot, so it's fun. And then Life on Mars is a fun little Metroidvania that I'm still at the beginning of, but it seems good so far. And then we got a couple more of those right here with the Intellivision collection. Already have my own version of that, and we have 3 of them to sell, which they will sell over time. Here's Data East collection. We're getting rid of that too because I already have it. And then we've got a couple of these guys that I don't need. So I originally thought I'd keep at least one of these, but now I'm thinking I probably won't, even as a collector's item, because I have so many ways of playing these and it's just no point. I'm not the biggest Zelda fan anyway, so. So now I can move this thing out of the way. Sorry, Taco. Come here, Taco. That way I can just set stuff next to me. Okay, here is Midway Arcade Treasures 3. Good collection of games, but like I said, I just don't need a lot of this right now. I look forward to repurchasing, buying lots and stuff in the future just for fun and see what I can keep in my collection at that point, but not right now. Here is Silent Hill 4 The Room on Xbox. It's not an official artwork. It's close enough though, and it has no manual. Good reason not to keep it. Plus, I'd rather have stuff like that on freaking PS2 or something that I actually play it on. I do not play Xbox much, like most people. Here is a 3DS I'm getting rid of. It was given to me by a person I hate, and I think it would be a good idea to get rid of it because it's worth some money. So, and it does work. I have 2 other 3DSs I'd rather play on. Like, the form factor of this is fine, but it just doesn't feel as good as a 3DS or a new 3DS, which I have 2 of. So then we're getting rid of the Silent Hill HD collection on PS3 because it's like the worst version of having those games. I'd rather play them in better ways, so yeah. And it is complete. It's also an import. Then we have a loose copy of Obscure for PS2 with the manual. I would like to have that, but I don't want to own loose copies of anything. It's just pointless. Same thing with this, Legend of K Anniversary. I have this on PS4. No, I have it on Wii U with the case, I think. And since this is a PS4 case that's fake, I do not want it. Here's Prototype 2. Haven't even played this one, to be honest, but no manual. I'd like to try this series out in the future, but like, it's not hard to come by, and I'd rather have a manual. Here's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on Wii U. I have this on Switch, so why should I have it on Wii U? It is a good game, though. It really is. Now, here's Elder Scrolls Oblivion Game of the Year Edition for PS3. There's a better version of this now on modern consoles, so no reason to have this. Now, see, that's a running trend with a lot of these things. Like, a lot of these I'm just getting rid of if they have modern versions now, like this one, Soul Reaver 2. I can get this on modern consoles now, so no reason to have this. And then Judge Dredd, I think this exists on PS2, so I would rather have it on there. I want to own as few Xbox games as possible. Here's Silent Hill 2, Xbox, don't need it. I have it on PS2. And then some loose games. We got Monster House for GameCube, and then we're getting rid of some Fable Anniversaries with the manual. I think they're all probably defective, but whatever. They're going in a lot, so it's okay. Hey, I'm getting rid of a couple more Switch games, apparently. Here's SMT5. Yeah, it's still sealed because I'd rather have the good version of it, Vengeance. I hate when they do. I could go on a tangent about that with them releasing a game and then releasing the full package later. It's so stupid. Here's Origami 2. I have 2 of these, so I might as well get rid of one. Alright, let's get on to some more Vita stuff. Hey, I'm going through this way faster than I thought I would. I'm doing good. But I also just don't have too much to say about most of them, so that's fine. Let's have some coffee. I haven't had enough coffee. I need more energy. Let's go. That's hot coffee. That's really good coffee. That's hot. Here's a Virtue's Last Reward. Wait, why am I getting rid of this? Oh, yeah. This is a visual novel that comes in a double pack for PS4 that I'd rather play, called the Nonary Games. Because it has, what was it, 9 persons, 9 houses, 9 doors, something weird like that. But I could get that on the Nonary Games, which would come with that, and then comes with this. So why should I have this if I'm gonna have 2 copies of this? Even though I was planning on playing this at some point, but I don't want to play that visual novel out of order. So we're gonna get the double pack, and then we're gonna get Zero's Time Dilemma. I don't know, the third game, whatever that was. It comes by itself, but I can get them all on PS4. So there we go. Another Vita game, another visual novel. I bought a lot of these really cheap from old coworker. I've decided I don't really want to read Tomy games because well, I'm not gay, but also because hello taco, because I'd rather have money for my Vita games, and I want to only own Vita games that I actually want to play. I don't ever want to sit through and read these about romance, blah blah blah. Even though I did read this one, it was interesting, a little dark, but like I said, it's just not worth my time. I'd rather have money for all these. They come with some neat stuff inside sometimes. Like, here's code realized that has nothing in it, but like, that just looks gay. No thank you. I literally got these super cheap off someone, so it's okay. Here's 7 Scarlets. Another one I don't ever want to read. Then we have Hakuoki. I think I have 2 of those actually. Which, those are the ones I'm most interested in because they have something to do with real history. So yeah, here's Norn 9. Hakuoki again. Edo Blossoms. Nothing inside. So many of these just don't have manuals. Ugh. And then we have Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2nd. Rhythm game of a girl that people like a little too much for some reason. So there's that. Then we have Color Malice. I tried reading parts of this one. This is kind of when I decided these are just not worth my time. It's okay. It's not great. And then we have one I actually enjoy, but I have a different way of playing it. Mutant Muds, something, Super Challenge. I own it on Switch in the complete edition, so there. Right, we got some PS4 stuff, and then we're gonna go down the line to PS3 and PS2, it looks like. Let's go. Alright, Immortal Realms, Vampire something. I have multiple copies of that, so I don't need it. It is a fun game, though. It's a fun strategy game. And we have Star Ocean Divine Force. Another one I got a duplicate of when it was on sale, because I could probably make a little bit of profit, but yeah. And then we have Red Out, which is kind of like F-Zero for PlayStation. Or like the new Wipeout, if you ever played those. Then we got a couple copies of BlazBlue something, because it was on sale, cross-type battle. And I don't really have a reason to play fighting games, because they're just not my sort of thing. This is The Police. I have no interest in anything that has to do with cops, so no thank you. And then we have Immortal Realms again. Like I said, got multiple copies of it when it was on sale. Just need to see if I can make any profit off that. Here's Scarlet Nexus, same deal. Fun game. I have it. I own it, and I've beaten it. It's just I don't need this copy. But that's like a fun JRPG, kind of action RPG. And here's Risk of Rain 2. It comes with the original game on it as well. So that's pretty cool, like it says right there. And these are really fun, just duplicates. Another duplicate, we got Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Really fun beat 'em up. Can't believe it finally exists in physical. And then we have Valkyrie Elysium, which I've beaten and I'm not a fan of. It's okay. It is just okay. Retro Lotus War, Deal in Wonder Labyrinth. This one I own on Switch, and I've beaten it on Switch. It is a fantastic Metroidvania in the style of Symphony of the Night, kind of. It's really fun. And it's based on an anime from the 80s. Yeah. So here's Blue Fire on PS4, really fun 3D platformer, very difficult. I have it on Switch though, so there's no reason to own this version. Planescape Torment, Icewind Dale, I own it on Switch, so I don't need this, but it is a really fun computer RPG, like the old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, kind of like those. Torment is more of almost a visual novel in a way, it's just very story driven, and then Icewind Dale is way more like a Baldur's Gate. SMT3, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. I own this on Switch, no point in owning 2 copies. I have beaten it, and it is hard as hell. It took me like 6 months of off and on gaming just to beat that thing because I had to keep quitting when I got mad. But here's God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. I played through 2018. I hated it. I hated the combat. I missed the good combat from the old games that was so much more fun and just hack and slashy. And I will never, ever, ever try to force myself to play Ragnarok. No, thank you. I'll watch the story segments or something because the story is cool, but the gameplay is just not for me. I hated it. God, it was like torture. Ugh. I cannot wait to get rid of those. And then we're getting rid of Nobunaga's Ambition, the 2 different games I have here. I don't want strategy games that give me headaches like these, so no thank you. But hopefully someone else can enjoy them. Then we have Skull the Hero Slayer. I really do like this game, but my artwork got destroyed under a leak in my old place, so I don't want it anymore. I want my stuff to look good, and I can always get this on Switch or something else. Yeah. Plus the little spindle inside's broken too, so this case is destroyed. Such a fun game though. It's a 2D roguelike. Here's Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. Another one I forced myself to beat. I did not like it one bit. I don't understand first party games and why people enjoy them. They're just so boring most of the time. But here is Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. Really fun collection, but I own it on modern consoles. I think I have it on Switch, so no point. Then we got Sonic Generations. You can get this on modern consoles now, thankfully. Resident Evil 5 and 6, same deal. I've never played them in my life, but I want to on modern consoles, just not on PS3. Then we have Dragon Age Origins 2 and Inquisition. I will give these a shot one day, just like I don't need them right now. But they're supposed to be decent Western RPGs. It's just hard for me to be in the mood for a Western RPG. But here is Killzone 2 and 3. Very easy to replace games, so I can always get them in the future if I want to shoot stuff, which I very rarely enjoy that. Alright, then we got some Disgaea 4. Can get that on modern consoles, I think. Heavy Rain, story-driven game that would probably bore me to death, so I'm getting rid of it for now. I might try it in the future. It's not hard to come by. Same thing with this. Plus, it's got that stupid actor in it. Ugh. Don't care for her. However, it does have Willem Dafoe, so that's cool. Then we got Batman the Telltale series. I have this on Switch, so I don't need it. And it's sealed, so yeah, might as well get rid of it. Here's Aquapazza. This is a fighting anime style type of game. It's pretty cool, but like, fighting games aren't for me. Especially if they're just taking up space. Here's Dante's Inferno. Really fun game. I can't wait to get a better copy of it. This one's just disgusting. And then we have the ultimate triple pack stealth pack thing. Alright. We got Red Faction Gorilla. It's supposed to be a really fun game. I can always get a better copy though. This one's not in my, it doesn't fit my standards. So. Lair. I've heard awful things about this, but I would still like to play it one day. I just don't have to right now. That is a clean case though. I should see if I can replace one of my actual games I'm keeping. Here's Aegis Earth. You can get this on other things, not that I really want to, but no point in having it. Here's Born Conspiracy. I would like to have a better copy of this someday. I've heard good things about it, but this one's just not in great shape. The case is gross. Here's Red Faction Armageddon. I can always get another copy of this. I've heard great things about it though. Lost Planet 3. I would love to play through this. I've heard great things, just not right now. It's missing the manual anyway. Then Metro Last Light. I've heard great things about this. I tried to play it and it bored me to death, so I don't know if it's my sort of thing. I have trouble enjoying shooty games. Unless they're like an arcade shmup, then they're really fun. But like first-person shooters, no. Here's White Knight Chronicles. The first one. I have the second game, which has the first game on it, so there's no point in having both. Starhawk. Haven't touched this one, don't know anything about it. It doesn't look like my type of thing. Then we have Resistance Fall of Man, another shooty game that just, I don't know. Just, shooters are not my thing, usually. Here's Genji. Days of the Blade. I think this is like an action hack and slash type of game, but haven't really played it, just don't have time right now. And then we got some PS2 stuff finally. Here we have Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This is the bad version of that game I hear. And it's also missing the manual. Then we got Digimon World 4. This is a top-down like dungeon crawler action RPG type of thing. It's really fun, but it's missing the manual and it's just not in good shape. And then we have Metal Gear Solid, the first game. Really clean case. I've tried playing these and they're just not my sort of thing. So. Here's Resident Evil Outbreak, brand new sealed. I have a copy of this open, so why should I have one that's sealed? I'll let some crazy collector have that for a lot of money. Here's IGPX, a racing game. I haven't really played it. The artwork's not in good shape. It's just not, it's an okay shape, but like the case is fake and just flimsy. Yeah. And then we have Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. Really fun, stupid fighting type of game, but like I can always get it later on. Then we have Monster Rancher 4. Great game, but it's missing the manual. I would love to own that complete and in better shape one day. And then we have number 3 as well, which does have the manual, but the disc and everything else is not in great shape, so I don't want it. And then we have a couple Armored Core games. The cases are not in great shape. I also just realized I don't really like these types of games. They're not my thing. They're too difficult. Rather someone else enjoy them. Then we have Digimon World Data Squad. And Auto Modelista or whatever. I've tried playing this and the controls just feel broken, so no thank you. Yeah. Wow, I sped through that way too quick, but I just didn't have much to say about most of them, so yeah. With that being said, I hope you all have a great day. I will see you next time. We're going to be going over like my 2026 game plans, since I'm obviously changing a lot of things I do. Especially with how I collect. I'm trying to get rid of everything that I just don't want, and we're going to be doing 2026 different, so I'm going to have a whole video about that soon, and I really appreciate everyone for watching. So until next time, hope you all have a great day. Bye.